cash. Yes, I got messed up news for myself for today. My car died. Just like that. The engine blew up in my Escort. Just like that, it died. And now again, once again, I'm forced to go buy another car. Again. Last year, I was forced to buy the Escort when my Mazda died. Shit. Because they're telling me that a new engine would cost about $1,200, and I don't think it's new either. I think they would get a used one for like $800, and plus they would have to put it on. And so it would not be that cheap to get an engine on that car. And I don't think it's worth it because the car is not even worth more than $2,500. Even after I put the engine in. You know, they sell these cars for like $2,500. So it's not worth it. Plus, the transmission was leaking oil. So, shit. That's a sign of problems. Future problems. Plus, the car has 135,000 miles on it. 134. And then plus, it still needs other things like shocks and tires and stuff. Shit, I'm not going to do that. I'd rather just sell the car for $1,000 or something. Shit. With the engine blown up. And just like that, it's gone. Just like that. I'm telling you. And I was not even expecting it to happen either. I was not even expecting the car to die. I was thinking that it can hold out until it had about 200,000 miles on it, but shit. Every time I think that, it dies. Every time I think things like that the car is going to hold out until 200,000 miles, it just messes up the next few weeks every time I say that. I'm telling you, man. Jeez. I just came home right now, and it's been very hectic for me trying to get a car. I need a car. I'm looking to get a car. And I wanted to see a car, and this guy was asking $5,300 for a '97 Civic, but he didn't have the paperwork to it. It was like a salvage. I don't know. It's a long story. Stuff. Speaking of looking for a car, I've already obtained the cash to get one, so I can get one in cash. This is $6,500. $6,500 right here. That's a lot of money. That's a lot. I got a lot of $100 bills. I'm looking to get a car, you know. Look, get all this money, I'm telling you. Just all, I'm telling you, all that money. Oh, and I'm still looking to get a car. Yeah, I gotta choose. I have to. You know, I don't know what to do, because someone has a Ford Escort. And they got a number, you know. I may look at them. You know, I may look at. There's this Ford Escort. It's a '96. And they're asking $44, I think. It's a '96. I have to look at that one tomorrow. For, well, as you can see, I just bought this car. I just bought it. I just brought it home about an hour ago. Well, 2 hours ago or so. When I went home, I just brought it home I took off in it at 6:30 earlier because when my co-worker gave me a ride to get the car. And then right now I just went to get another car. A second one. And I got it out of this book here. And this is the one right here that I got. Wow, it is like new too. And I'm buying it from a Filipino guy, I think it is. Or a Chinese guy. He looks like a Chinese guy. And he lives in a nice house too. So I figured that, well, see, he's not actually the owner of the car. He bought it. It was a trade-in to buy another. Like, he's kind of like a dealership kind of guy. And he took that car as a trade-in for when they bought one of their cars. One of his cars. It was a Honda or something. So I'm going to turn off that light there. Well, just about a half an hour ago, I finished washing this car. And I waxed it too. But the wax didn't really, it did not dry up fast enough, so I had to wipe it, even though it was a little wet because it's cold. I got to do a little more detailing as soon as it gets a little warm. As soon as it gets warm, I'll be doing more details on the car. See, I gotta take off all the wax as soon as it gets warm. Yes. Whoa, it's got 121. Yes, I've driven 68 since the time I got here. 68 miles. Now I'm gonna be taking off for the first day here. Here we go. One thing I did notice though is that this car does leak oil, but I don't think it's anything big though. I just finished the stop at Dr. Edwards on Waterman Avenue in San Bernardino. Right now I'm at Baseline, where Jack in the Box is at. Right. I have to do some details in this car, like clean the dashboard and that kind of stuff. I already wiped off the wax right now. I just wiped it off. Now I'm at the first 141 miles of driving this car. And I love it. So far I've discovered an oil leak, but actually it's making some noises when I brake. I think the brakes are giving out on this car already. That's as far everything that I know. And plus it makes axle noise, but those things are not of concern for me though. Because things like those, I can do them myself. That's not a problem. But the things that would be a major concern is anything wrong with the engine or the transmission or the clutch. And they appear to be in good order in this car. So, yeah. Look how they decorated these houses. It's kind of neat. I'm at Redlands delivering high-tech to Bright Spot Street. Look how they decorated the houses. And then especially this one. I like how they decorated it. The mess. Just right now, when I put new oil on this Sentra here, I've noticed that it almost had no oil in the damn thing. Shit. Man, I don't know, man, but it runs really good though. The engine runs real smooth though. So I'm wondering what's going on. Well, the oil filter was very difficult to take off, and I had to go buy an oil filter wrench to be able to do it. And the oil looked really old too. Shit, man, makes me wonder how well that car was taken care of. Oh man, I tell you, I got a lot of situating to do again, because in the last week since my Escort broke down, I had gone looking for 2 cars. So now I gotta show you the other car, by the way. There's the other one. It doesn't have hubcaps on this side of the car. See, this is all the things that I got out of the Escort today. Oh, man. Better. Like. See, I got the stereo out, which I'm gonna put in this car. Shit. Yes. As you can see here, these are all the cars. All the cars that I had in consideration before I bought these 2. And you know what? It's not even any of these I got. I didn't get any of these. I was looking at a 94 Escort in case if there was nothing else, you know, for $2,600. And then they had a 99 Daewoo for $7,000, and a 2000 for $6,000. And then all these other cars. And I was looking at mostly Honda, and they had a lot of them too. And then I was even looking at this 99 Prism, and they were asking only $5,800 for that car. Shit, and I called that number, and of course it's gonna be sold. Right away it's gonna be sold. Shit. Sometimes, you know, we can get a good deal on cars like this. Yes. From Discover Card. I don't even know where the paper is at. Well, here it is. I had to get another 1,000 from Discovery Card. So, because I needed extra money so I can buy the Mirage. That's all the paperwork for the, well, that green sheet. I'm going to use that to make an agreement with June, you know, my co-worker, if he's going to want the car. Now here's my car during the day. The new one anyway. You know what I've decided that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the rims off of that car. I'm gonna take these off and put it on this car, and take the wheels off of this car and put it on that car. That's what I'm gonna do. You know, because these rims look good. They look good. I gotta do some cosmetic work on both cars. Well, I just took these thingies off. Wow, I'm telling you, this car looks good. This car looks good with these rims. No. You know what? The wheels and tires from the Mirage did not really fit 100% properly on the Sentra, because it doesn't close in all the way, because the hole in the middle of the wheel, it's not big enough. But actually, I think it'll be okay. It'll be alright. On the backs is not a big problem, but on the front I may have to get some washers, so that way it could seat the brake rotor properly. Because the wheels don't go in all the way. It doesn't seat all the way onto the spindle. But it's okay though, it'll be alright.
So you're a rich man, poor man.
See?
Yeah. So
See?
how much you gonna charge us for that? Maybe you could...
$175 was it?
Maybe I'll give him for his birthday, for his Christmas.
Yeah. See? I'll see, make some movie. See? You could see the picture.
See, that's what I like.
But when you like do, you could see it instead of using this, and it's easier. You know, like, see? It's nice, huh?
Yeah.
And it's an 8.
So these are like 12,000 when you purchase them as a whole. And
Yeah.
then you just rent.
As you see, I just bought a brand spanking new camcorder. And I'm loving it too. Cause I sold June the other camcorder, so they forced me to have to buy another one. And this is supposedly a high 8 too. Oh, so I guess I'm ready to go. Well, now this car I have driven since the time I bought it. Now about 342 plus 550, 542 miles. And I'm starting to get to know the car more and more. Little by little, I'm knowing more and more about the car. So, as I can see, this is how many miles I got on one tank so far. So that's good mileage. But one thing I have noticed about this car, though, is that it does leak oil. That's the first thing I noticed. But secondly, I'm noticing that it's losing a lot of oil. Losing a lot. I think it could be from the leak. I don't know. But I just know that I had to add a quart every 150 miles, I guess. Man, it's busy. It's busy over here, I tell you. This plaza is super busy right now. I'm telling you. Just came home. Now I'm wondering. I guess I'm gonna eat in here because I was gonna go out to eat right now, but I decided not to. For harsh. I wonder if this one's a wider angle than the other one or not. Probably is. I don't know. Harsh. For this one, the lighting. Well, it's dark in here. So I couldn't even expect the camera to record anything. Rock camera. So this, I just got it today. For $229 for this camcorder. It's a high 8. I don't know how is it compared to the other camcorder. I could see pretty well in the dark. That's not bad. It's dark in there. Harsh. So, I don't know about that. Losing of the oil, that's not good. It isn't. Harsh. Ooh, this is just the rules of the park. Harsh. This seems like this thing has a wide angle, doesn't it? Wow. Harsh. One thing about this Rook Gamada, I'm noticing that this one's giving a pretty good angle. Yeah. Georges. What was that again? No. Oh, yeah. Well, it's like nothing that I know. The only kind of questions I had is what you saw on the videotape, like the house and the mall, everything that I showed you on the videotape. Well, just about the last one. Yeah, that's it. I don't know what else. I think you already gave them to me. Yeah, it was alright, you said. Yeah, cute. So you still have straight hair and short and everything? You have it red, right? You had it dyed red or something? Oh, yeah. Uh, oh, so this one, I just received a message from Cuties. Yeah, that's the one. That's a dove. I thought it was a... Focusing is not clear. Yeah. And I got up at 5 o'clock in the morning to call Jane. Right now I'm still up. So it's raining right now. I like rainy mornings. Might as well go back to sleep, I guess. Gotta think about what I need to do today. Now I gotta find that vehicle release of liability. For it's kind of rainy. It's a rainy day today. And then the Christmas tree. I think this Christmas tree. Whoa, harsh. Right now, I guess I've driven like about 100 miles today so far. I guess. Well, yeah, it's 100 miles. But you know what I think I'm finding out about this car now is that it's just leaking a lot of oil, not consuming it. It's not consuming. It's losing a lot of oil through an oil leak. And I noticed that it leaks a lot when the engine is on, or when I accelerate, I guess. Well, I look underneath and I rev the engine and I can see a lot of oil coming out. So I think that's where it's at.
This year it's not just another Christmas rushing by so fast. This year it's not just another Christmas turned into Christmas past. This year I found out the truth about Christmas. It can't be bought in a store. This year for me there's a meaning to Christmas. Its meaning so much more. Hosanna in the highest, the King of Kings has come. Hosanna in the highest, glory, glory to the Son. This year when I hear the Christmas carols, I'll know just what they mean. This year it's more than just chestnuts roasting and plastic manger scenes. This year I've seen that the birth in the stable brought forth a Savior for me. This year he's filled up my life with his presence. It moves me to my knees. Hosanna in the highest, the King of Kings has come. Hosanna in the highest.
Look what they're building over here. For, I guess, supposedly a meeting. I don't know what kind of a meeting it's gonna be. Again, harsh. I guess this is what I owe right here for this house. Oh well.